Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's going on? All right, so hopefully this is going. We're going to do a quick warm up. We're going to do a live video tonight. Hopefully everybody has time to get here. It's a little about 5:30 or so EST, and I'm going to be doing my PSD45 workout. So basically that's press, squat, deadlift. And what we're going to do is we're going to modify it so it can be used for a single bell, because the last work I did was really heavy doubles, and that I don't need to do that 2 days in a row. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take 45 seconds, and we're going to, the first 10 seconds, you're going to press as many times as you can. Okay, so we're going to do a single bell. So what I'm going to do is alternate arms each set. It's a little different than the normal thing with the doubles. But then after that, we're going to do 15 seconds of as many as you can of goblet squats. Okay, normally it's what was it? It's double rack squats. And then instead of the deadlifts, we're going to do alternating kettlebell swings. And I'm going to use a kettlebell that's kind of a medium weight for me, 28. No, this is a 26 kilogram bell that I got sitting back here. So 26. I'm going to warm up with this 16. I hope these shorts don't bust because they're almost, they're the Matt Vincent's company shorts, and I've had them for a while, and so far they're staying alive. No splits, because splits would be bad here. So anyway, let me know if you can hear me on YouTube over here. We're on Instagram over here, and what's up, everybody? So feel free to leave some comments and stuff like that. I probably won't get to be able to respond to them right away, but what I have over here, and if you haven't checked this out, this is Kettlebell Counter by Arseny Zernikov. Hopefully I said that correctly. Awesome lifter, does 32 kg pro. He makes competitive kettlebell lifting gear. I'm pretty sure it's 32kgpro.com. Anyway, I'll put the link down there. So what Kettlebell Counter is to count your reps. Certain reps overhead. So it's great for snatch or jerk or press and stuff like that. I'm going to use it as a timer. And I'm just going to hit it at 33 minutes. So I'm going to start it right now. These lines tell you, if you got a rep or not. But I'm going to warm up. I'm going to set this over here. Actually, I'm going to set this right down here. I'm not worried about it counting my reps. I'm just going to do as many. That's the thing about PSD45, is to do as many as you possibly can in that time period. Okay, so I'm just going to watch the timer, and you can do the same. So I'd recommend getting a bell anywhere. Weight is relative. So like I said, a medium weight bell, that's something that you want. I'm going to grab, like I said, I use this 26 kilogram. I'm just focusing on doing a lot of strength volume, because I already did my heavy stuff just 2 days ago. So I'm going to take this bell first. I'm just going to do some balancing stuff. I'm going to do some clean, bottom up, clean holds. It makes me control my torso, focus a little bit. And I'm going to do some switches, stuff like that. Switches helps me get into the mindset of that. So bottoms up cleans, bottoms up cleans, clean switches, clean switches. I really think that's the easiest way to learn how to clean and re-grip, is when you go from one arm to the other. Okay? Just like that. Alright, so I'm going to modify. I absolutely hate this phone, and I know that's a strong word, but I can't stand this phone that I'm shooting the Instagram video on. I can't stand the camera on it. It's constantly trying to autofocus. It's constantly trying to white balance itself. I'm going to do some passes around the body. I'm always making sure that I like to shift legs. Notice right, left, right. It helps me balance. Not letting go until the other hand grips. Gripping in the corner. See, as you can see out in front. Gripping in the front, corner. We'll do some opposite stops. Loading up one leg. Switching. Throwing it out wide. So that's a lot of lateral push that I'm getting in torso control. I'm gonna do some halos, knock your hat off. It's like a good stretch. Always takes my hat off. Okay, now, let's see. 307, 8, 30 seconds. Let's see. I'm gonna start the next minute, okay? And what I'm gonna do is right now I'm at 315. So I'm gonna do 10 presses. Well, I'm sorry, 10 seconds of as many presses as I can. That's the P out of PSD. And then after that, I'm gonna do as many goblet squats as I can with that weight. And then for the remaining 25 seconds out of 45, I'm gonna do as many hand-to-hand kettlebell swings as I can. All right, so here, I'm getting ready to go. I'm gonna clean up. And hand to hand. And carefully swing to a stop. Notice I always set the bell down in front of me. So now I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna give myself 2 minutes rest, okay? I'm gonna go to the left side and do as many presses as I possibly can. And the goal is to increase my coordination, heart rate, breathing, all that stuff. You can alternate between weights. You can go heavier or lighter. Make sure you can hear me. Cool. So everybody's on YouTube asking questions. Cool. This is I'm using a 26 kilogram kettlebell. It's by Pro Kettlebell out in Seattle, and I believe their foundries now are in Texas that they're using. All right, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna see how many I can get of these in 30 minutes. So get ready, clean. All right, so this isn't really a heavy weight for me, but it's going to be a very, very good workout. That's the thing. So people ask me how often I do really, really heavy workouts. I do them as often as I can recover from them. I don't exercise with weights every day. I try to do something, whether it's bike or go outside with my kids. I do a little bit mobility stuff every day. I'm gonna try to go again at that 8 minutes. So I don't know if I'm taking enough rest. Really, I don't have a timer that's split up for doing this. I'm just going as fast as I can. I'm gonna go again at 8 minutes. Okay, back to my right side on the presses. But yeah, so this is just me utilizing a kettlebell and having fun, modifying a workout that I did before. Right side here, 26 kilogram, as many presses. Goblet squat. Swings. It ends up being 20 seconds of swings. Okay, so I'm ended up doing 45 seconds of work and about a minute and 15 seconds of rest. It's feeling good for me. The last time I did this, the original PSD45 is double bells. As many double presses as you can, as many rack squats as you can, and as many Romanian deadlifts as you can, all in that 45 seconds. You do 10 seconds, 15, and then the remaining 20. Yeah, 10, 15, 20. That equals 45. Anyway, can everybody hear over here? Okay. Let's see, who's over here talking? Nobody's talking S-H-I-T yet? All right, cool. I got some comments over here from Simon. Currently doing the single kettlebell program. It's one of the best programs I've ever done, hands down. Yes, I love that. Here's part of something that might be coming up new. Ah, time to go! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing extra. 7. Boom! Goblet. Whoa. Swings. Ah, see, when you mess up on time, and you try to catch up, it only messes up everything else. But, like I said, I'm playing around, having fun, showing you about how I train. I'm glad anybody wants to join and train with me. What's up? Let's see. Thanks for an American manufacturing and tradesman. Really appreciate it. Love your content. Thank you. My thing is, I try to support everywhere where I'm at, whether it's buying local or, you know, from people that are in my community, supporting, you know, if I have to go to Starbucks, I'm going to go to a Starbucks that's close to where I live, you know, stuff like that. Keep it reinvesting in my community. Same thing if I go out of the country, I'm going to try to do a small, give the money to the smaller businesses that I can, because I know what it's like. All right, so, and I'm gonna buy whoever makes the best product. Right side. Goblet squat. Oh, swing, I'm feeling it now. Yeah, so normally I take 2 minutes off of these, but I don't want it to be boring for those who are watching. Now, if you're exercising with me, if you're joining with me and sweating in this silkscreen shirt, which Idols is one of my favorite groups lately, and it's the first concert that I brought my 11-year-old to see on a school night, and she had a good time. We left a little early because it's getting late. Anyway, if you're sweating along with me, you know that this isn't much of a break. Inhale, exhale long. We're going to go in 15 seconds. So, if you haven't seen this before, go back a few and see this original video that I made. Thanks so much, everybody, for commenting. Stop by KB Muscle. Time to go again. Okay, really starting to feel that now. Why? So those goblet squats, I'm really starting to focus on glutes to bring my knees from here. I'm trying to bring my knees down and back in together. So glutes, boom, boom. So on the swing part, I'm really starting to feel that because the swing is a dominant glute exercise. Quads aren't helping you. Now, there's other things you can do. There's exercises to make the swing more quad dominant. And yeah, that's fine if that's your goal. But if you only know a swing, chances are you should make it more hip and posterior chain dominant. So less squatting stuff if you're only doing swings, if that's your hip hinge exercise. Now, right side, I think. Woo! Definitely feeling this. Many presses. Oh. this is almost halfway through. I'm doing way more. I'm doing a round much earlier than I would the normal weight. But my normal weight, the times that I did it, was 22, two 20 kilogram bells and two 24s. So that's 80 and 40, sorry. Why can't I think? 40 kilograms and 48 kilograms. So I was doing more weight, more intensity per rep, but this is heavier on single arms. Now, people don't realize what alternating leg swings do is you're swinging not straight on. You can't hit both glutes at the same time. You're shifting from one to the other. That's why it's great for running. Shut up, Joe, and train. So right to left dominant, to right dominant, and left dominant. Both feet are on the floor. One glute is doing more. Because I'm shifting slightly side to side. Two feet on the floor, one glute doing more. Starting to sweat much more. Be the world's worst rapper. It's just like infantile rhymes. Maybe that's my name. Infantile rhymes. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Thanks for watching, listening to me breathe. For the weird situation when one kettlebell and long cycle has been more difficult than two bells. Started doing unilateral stuff at least once a week. Yes. Yeah. Trying to catch my breath because I only got 20 seconds to go. And whoever created all this stuff, they forgot to tell me to wear deodorant today. I am in. Yeah. Anyway, what's up? Pressing time. Which side am I on? Am I pressing this side? Nope, I'm pressing this side. Boom. I'm goblet squatting. Swinging. I'm going to start using this bell as a marker because I always forget which side I pressed. So we got to go over here. So I'm getting a huge pump in my legs. So I maintain that when I press, I have a very solid base. Notice I didn't say that I'm pressing like this. I think that's ridiculous. Because I don't do that when I'm working in the yard. I don't do that type of bracing ever. I brace with tension for what I need. If I'm lifting a 200-pound bag of something, I'm going to be much more stiff than if I did 75 bags of something different. I'm going to be as stiff as needed, as tense as needed. Not stiff as maximum all the time. Left to side, pressing. Squatting. Swinging. Okay, right side. Oh! Sweating like crazy here. This is a great workout. It's one, I absolutely love it. So, catch my breath. I'm trying to maintain as many reps as I can. And I'm hitting around 7 to 8 on the presses, okay? So this session ends up being a lot more hips than it is shoulder, but a lot of torso work because of the unilateral and offset weight. A single arm press is unilateral. It's also offset from the body. Swings, how I'm doing it, left hand to right. See, I could literally, it's like skaters. I could do that. Right side press. It's getting tougher. And this is wiping me out here. So the remaining 20 seconds is the swings. Okay, I'm feeling it everywhere. Normally, I'd probably stop by now, but I'm gonna do it. Somebody wrote, if we got first set of 20 kilogram comp bells, which program to get from STKB? That'd be me. I do my double kettlebell precision, and then I move into kettlebell sport. If you got comp bells, you got them for a reason. Someday you want to compete. I bet. You don't have to, but it's fun, and it sucks all at once. Hey, just like this. It's fun, but it sucks at the same time. It sucks, but it's fun at the same time. Shut up, Joe. Catch your breath. You can hear your heartbeat in your ear. Left side press. Left side press. Sometimes the swing is almost your rest. I hope this is coming in good because Simon, tell her, I don't know. Say no comment. You're like, I just bought some of his programs too. I swear he wears clothes. Oh, and by the way, these are larges. These are HVII. They're larges. So I didn't buy little ones. My goal is to shrink. Shrink down. 30 seconds. I always tell myself, shut up, shut up. Excellent stream status. Stream is healthy. That's what it says on the YouTube. Probably thought I sound like Matt Berry. Anybody know who Matt Berry is? Love that dude. One of the best comedians. Oh, left hand press. So if I'm pressing with my left, I am working my right QL and vice versa. Boom, up. Just turn the volume down, dude. You won't hear the grunting. You'll really wonder then. Swing. Here's where I start yelling. You should feel it in your glutes. You should feel it in your glutes. Oh. Roll over there. Ah. How's everybody doing? Oh, it is so cool. In this room, not in this room, not this room. In this room, behind you. Behind you. It's hot behind me. It's cool behind you. When I'm burning up. Hey, T, do me a favor and try to explain the awkwardness to Simon. I'm sure you can. Here's where I say, oh, I forgot my water again. Which I did. But I'm almost done. I'm going to keep going. I think I got one more round. Meanwhile, this whole time I've been watching this dog jump 3 feet in the air and 5 feet long jump, try to get a squeaky pig. Right side press. Do it. 1, 2. Oh, almost got it. Ha. I'm done after this one, I think. Here's where I roll down and lay down. Did anybody make it the whole way? Does anybody want to take a nap now? I'm gonna roll on my quads over to the screen. Alright, that was just for show. I didn't do anything. Now, when I say that didn't do anything, that is not what I mean about foam rollers or tools or let me turn you over here, or tools. I got tools. I'm like Dennis and Sunny in Philadelphia here. Look over here. There's tools. I need my tools. my tools. Whew, and that's nothing. So I got a bag full of tools. A ball. This goes on a roller that you can leverage on your back. Also, this is a great size ball to work your pecs. Now, tools, recovery tools, flossing, skin, tissue flossing, ready state, kabuki strength. Check this stuff out. What's else in here? Oh, stretchy band. Now these are cool because sometimes I hate getting sweaty and using resistance bands because, well, I just don't like it. They slide. Now these are cool. I can do different, a lot of, anchor this back here and I can just really knock out my triceps and it's not turning that gross, slimy, sweat covered whatever-ish. Anyway, that's from, I don't know, Mark Bell or something like that. Mark Power. But yeah, like something like this. The stuff I always keep in a bag full of tools. But let me show you one of the tools. Okay, here we go. Did you ever try to roll a ball on you? And I keep going for the pec because the next video we're going to talk about pecs. And everybody's here is getting to watch it first because it's live and you need to get sliding around on the hardwood floor. Anyway, so what I'm trying to do is work the pec cross fiber. Okay, so the fibers of the pec tie in, origin. Now, if you take a ball, what happens? It rolls. It rolls. What if you had a ball like this that can roll as you move it? Now, what I'm doing is going from the corner. I'm staying up top under the collarbone, and I'm working to that across that the line that's going down here up. So I'm going here. Okay, and then I'm going to work to the middle of the pec, and I'm going to stay in the middle, and I'm going to go to the outside. Now I can literally feel a ripple of tension go into that tie-in. Okay, so then what I'm going to start is going down and get, do you know your pec attaches down here? Yes. Yes, you did. But there's part of that pec on that lower rib cage. So get some of that too, and also get some of that, your rectus and your serratus. Get some of that. Look, this ball is rolling. How heavy was that kettlebell I was swinging? You should be sweating by watching. I did a lot of work. That kettlebell is a 26 kilogram. But anyway, so 57 pounds. So now I'm going down here in that lower pec portion, and also I'm going in different positions, okay? So I'm taking this tool, whoa, I'm literally sliding around on hardwood surface, and going across that position on the pec, right there, okay. Whew. It's kind of like a roll-on deodorant. Anyway, it works great. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm loosening that tension. I don't think, if you've exercised a lot, right there. So the nerves that you can cause tightness in, entrapment, stuff like that, get some tingling in that shoulder, front of that shoulder, whew, right there. Loosen up that pec and pec minor. See how your shoulder feels. See how your shoulder mobility is afterwards. Now, people don't realize how tense the pecs will be. All right, so I just did my left side. Do you see a difference? My left is I'm more mobile in my right side. I've crashed bikes. I've done a lot of problems. My left one is always sticking out wider. Now I'm getting it to come in. So I'm loosening up this pec. When this pec's tight up here, the tissue kind of bunches up. Same as that front delt right here. Remember, if you're putting on bigger tires in your wheel well, when you go to turn that car or truck, those tires are gonna rub a little bit. Muscle just doesn't disappear out of the way of the skeleton, it's there. So that's when you see people, it's not just they're not flexible, they got a lot of mass, they have a lot of stuff that can get in the way. So we need to make sure that that's not constantly tense. The size can be there, but we still want not two things to impede us. We want to be flexible. We also want to be mobile to get that tissue to actually work with us, not against us. You might be thinking like, well, why is it working against us when it's doing stuff for us? But it also might be limiting your range of motion and stuff like that. So here, another really cool spot is to work on your TVA, your transverse abdominis, your obliques. My obliques are a hot mess here. Doubly hot mess. The right side's like an inferno, the left side's a volcano, whatever. But yeah, so you can roll through this and you can feel ripples of tension. And try to be in different positions, see how the opposite affects. But anyway, so I have more range of motion just by taking more time on this side. And notice I'm doing this also when I'm warm too. This is something that you can do when you're lying down. This is for you, dude, who's laying in bed and watching the other people work out and grunt. This is something you can massage yourself at the same time. Oh, this is great. We're X-rated kettlebells. Well, I'm surprised it isn't. That should be my OnlyFans, right? Actually make some money. So yeah, work on this when you're watching a show, when you're binge watching something on Netflix. Just try to work on loosening that tissue. I felt great from this workout. My arms feel pumped, my legs feel good, my hips feel good. My torso has done a lot of movement. Remember, your spine isn't meant to be stuck stiff. That's the last thing. Like, you can't get out of bed because you're so tense. You definitely should be working on some stuff and increasing range of motion in thoracic spine, all that stuff. I mean, there's so much. Look at what people can do. Gymnasts, look what Cirque du Soleil, all those people, they're insanely strong. They're insanely mobile as well. Mobility helps with keeping from getting injured. So yeah, I don't want to be, I'm as strong as I ever need to be. And that has made me personally a much better coach, a much better, I think I've done really well in my competitions. I've done incredibly well for me. But yeah, I think it makes me a much better coach knowing that, or a person to teach other people, knowing that I'm strong enough for me and I don't have to keep going chasing all these numbers. Oh, this side's terrible. Okay. Now, I think we gravitate towards, all this stuff's bad. We gravitate towards things that aren't going to cause us pain. So there's a lot of times people will exercise and instead of fixing issues, they want to keep training, but they want to go work around certain areas. And a lot of times I see a lot of people, even when I was bodybuilding, a lot of people would train, and as they would get older, almost the only thing that they would do would be upper body stuff, because upper body stuff is the least amount of stuff that takes your body. You can lie down on machines. You can do also, you're lying down. You don't have to hold to stabilize a load. But if you deadlift or squat or overhead press or anything like that, you have to have what I call structural integrity, okay? So if you have a knee issue from maybe too much squat, crazy amount of squatting or crazy amount of running or way too much biking or something like that, or just training through pain, pain is a signal to do something, right? But people just, the whole adage, no pain, no gain, I stopped believing in that SHIT a long time ago. And I've got to many of my goals. I used to train under some people, mentored by some people that's what they believed in, and it was hard for me, but still did it. Let's see. Yeah, everybody's got to wake up. Get to work. But anyway, yeah. So I don't believe in that no pain no gain. Hence why I said I stopped on that one more set. I don't think I went that full 30 minutes, but the last time I was doing 45 seconds of work, and then I was taking 2 minutes of rest. So right there was 2:45, and I was really going at that. Basically, it was every 3. So if I did 30 minutes, that was 10 rounds. Well, I did a lot more rounds here because I went every 2. That's 15 rounds. So I did less weight on doubles. I did more weight per arm, and I did more conditioning and more intensity with less rest, if that makes sense, per arm. Anyway, I ended up with probably more squats. So anyway, it's just different. It's I think a lot of people wonder like how my programs work, and they work because they kind of punch you in the face, the back of the head, kick you in the stomach, and in the back of the knee. Somebody's throwing something at you from the side. So it really hits all angles is what I'm trying to say. My kid thinks he's a superhero and he punches me all day, so that's all I think about. I gotta stop that. But anyway, so one thing is I train hard, but I train in varying different intensities. Those are always rotating. I train to make it fun. That was real fun to me. It was even more fun when it's done. But I know I did a lot of work. I did something that's actually going to benefit my body, not tear me down. And now, while I'm talking to you, I'm recuperating. I'm making sure that I'm not stuck in a position by being too tight, by doing too many presses or whatever, and not telling that muscle that it's okay to... When your muscle's really, really tight, it doesn't mean it's going to grow. Okay? So if you're constantly stuck in a stressed out position, it's not good. Your body has a hard time digesting food. It has a hard time sleeping. It has a hard time with a lot of things. Hormones get... Oh, okay. That's rough right here. Hormones get kind of out of whack. So my focus is to train hard, recover harder. That's my goal. Anyway, so I do what I think is a lot more recovery work than most people do. But yeah, anyway, I hope this was fun for you. If you enjoyed it, I don't know, leave a donation or something, leave a thanks or whatever. Oh, hold on. I got a couple questions. My buddy Varun, slightly dislocated my shoulder. Any particular swing you would recommend? Sorry, I'm asking something off topic. What's up, buddy? I'm sorry to hear that, man. Let's see. So, so did you strain a rotator cuff or something? Rotator cuff muscle. So you have several muscles that make up that cuff that holds the ball of the shoulder and helps move it of the arm. Okay. So basically, this stuff, internal, rotating, all that stuff. Swing wise, I would make, if you're doing swings, I would make sure you're pulling your shoulder into this. You're making sure that it's getting pulled into socket. Like if someone's trying to do an arm bar or something or whatever, you know all the words. I don't. You're the champ at this stuff in jiu-jitsu. But if someone's trying to take your arm off your body and make you tap out, what you're trying to do is keep that in. So when you're doing swings, now even maybe start with two-hand swings, but still focus on keeping that shoulder pulled in to the body. Maybe take a band and try focusing on pulling in. You're welcome, man upstairs. Oh, we were talking about you before. Whoever created this beautiful area. Anyway, the man upstairs forgot to tell me to wear deodorant today. So yeah, make sure you're focused on pulling that shoulder in. Here, I can use this super power band or this thing. If I want to hook this on something, say this chair, watch me snap this leg off and my partner's gonna hate me. She's gonna yell. But so yep, see I'm yanking the chair across the room. So, but anyway, I can focus on pulling the shoulder into socket and making sure that it's not getting pulled out. And I like to do that in different positions, because then you're activating all the muscles that keep that shoulder in the joint. Use your lats as well. So like your lats help pull your shoulder. They also help pull your elbow towards your body and from above and from the front. So use the big muscles too. Pull the chair across the room, you know, but see if you can focus on getting some of that, especially from away from you. Don't let it dislocate your shoulder. So like pull it in and see how that feels when you are moving in slightly different positions with your body. As far as swings, I would probably not overload it with single arm swing. I wouldn't alternate. If you're going to try to do a single arm swing, start light, or do two hand swings. The problem with stuff like that, doing two hand swings, is it's easy to compensate with a really good arm. The strong arm, the one that you haven't injured. I definitely would check out somebody that knows what the heck they're talking about. You know, like a massage therapist or somebody like that. Recovering tendons inside hand, got to straighten the right side of my palm. Erica, yes, what's up? Hey, how are you? I haven't heard from you in a long time. Tendons on the inside of the hands. Are you talking right here from fingers? Because they're attached up here too. I like to, well, anything, something like this to roll. So you can put this on the ground and loosen up. I'll be right, nope, it's in my car. All these balls, all these different tools. Anyway, you got to find something that's going to be able to get in between there, and kind of work on that. Sometimes it's, like I said, it's all the way down here. So a larger size ball like this, you can see this clunk. See this? Watch this. Ready? Clunk. Clunk. Now notice where it's attached to. See ring and pinky fingers moving right there? So if I'm working up that, let's see. That's so rough right there. Oh, anyway, so someone asked, where did I get this? So I'm an affiliate for Rad Roller. I absolutely love these tools. These will not break down whatsoever. Other tools, these are trigger point therapy. I used to want to do stuff with them, but they're not made of this stuff that your dog can chew right through. It would take a while for your dog to chew through this. So either way, don't let them get it. But you can hear that. These are stiff, but this ball is great for bigger muscles, glutes especially. I like it for abs because mine are a mess. But anyway, I do have a discount for anything Rad Roller. I do recommend getting their bundle. Once again, here, sorry. Every video, everything I'm going to talk about arm aid. When it comes to like tendons from the elbow down, from basically shoulder down, you can use this tool. I'm going to get up into my triceps and biceps with this. Put it right down there. Right there. That medial tricep is nasty. But anyway, so this is an incredible tool. Armaid.com. My discount, I've used this since 2012. This is a newer model. I've had this for the last couple years. But I have my original one. I have several of these at my training center. But anyway, I have my original one from 2012 still. And the whole gym has used it for over a decade. It will not mess up for you. Wonderful company. My discount code is SWING. Save you some money there. But I promise you, anyone that's doing any sort of grip work, weightlifting or anything, if you're a guitar player, piano player, typer, artist, magician, a human, this can work because if you use your hands, if you use your elbow down, this tool can do so much for you. Because right now I don't have to apply pressure like leaning onto that ball. I can do this. It's the best thing. This is a Netflix special. You're watching whatever. You can literally take care of your stuff, of your arms and hands. Like I said, you can shorten this up and go into steamroll your hands. Get in there and right there. So I broke a scaphoid muscle or bone in my wrist, and it doesn't want to do anything that I like it to do, want it to do. In this arm, see, it barely bends. This one goes flat. This is what takes care of my forearms. This tool takes care of these drumsticks right here. You know, chicken drumsticks. They do look like chicken drumsticks, don't they? But anyway, so you can get in your hand as well. I was just thinking, hopefully these shorts weren't just right in the middle of the camera. Different positions. You can put the different sides. This is like the stiffer side. This is the more flexible side. But anyway, you can work on loosening some of those. Go through a range of motion. It's basically tack and stretch. So Armaid, absolutely 100% recommend. I can't recommend this company enough. All right, Armaid, my discount swing. And then, so here, Rad Roller, I can't remember what my discount code is, but if you look on Instagram on the links, it's there, or shoot a message, I'll put it under here. It might be KB Locker, or you can go to kbmuscle.com, go down to the shop, and you'll see recovery tools stuff. I recommend this, all their products. I have, I think, almost all of their products, but there's here. I'm gonna get some other stuff, and then I'm done. Once again, something I've had for a very long time, probably since about 2010. This is a company called Body Back. This is the Body Back Buddy. It's not just a sex toy. It just looks like one. So I was walking through at the Arnold Sports one time, and I had this sticking out of my bag, and I had several people literally walk up and ask me what it was and why does it look like a sex toy. I mean, yeah, you do whatever you want to do, But this tool is absolutely incredible. It can work on your neck. Anybody know that song that I'm going for next? It can work on your back. By Claire Davies, I believe, of the Trigger Point Therapy Workbook. You can see how much that I have used this sweet piece of material. But it shows you all sorts of stuff that you can use these different tools for. So when people get, well, there was one. This is right there, talking about pain from your abdomen, your rectus abdominis, that can cause pain in your back. But anyway, it shows how to use tools like this. It shows literally how to use Theracane or a tool like this, the Body Back Buddy. But like I said, this is the first tool that I bought other than just a regular early foam roller. And if people tell you that foam rolling doesn't work, they don't understand what massage does. It's self-massage. If you don't understand what massage or how to massage yourself or how massage works, then you're not going to get very far with a foam roller. Now, if you've worked with several professionals and you're paying attention to what the massage does, then you can use tools such as this and get into areas that can decrease that strain or tissue adhesion or whatever you want to call it. Basically, a really tight muscle. But this is one of the first ones that really fixed my right shoulder. So you're asking me, like, why do I have all these things? Because this is what allows me to recuperate. You use your muscle, you can't just abuse it. It's not going to want to work for you if you don't take care of it. So anyway, let's go back up here. Trying to think. The name is from a song called Big Muff. Well, I have a fuzz pedal on my guitar called the Big Muff. Great sound, great sound. Vintage fuzz. Anyway, but yeah, back to, I'm just reading Instagram, I'm sorry. I'm reading YouTube comments. This tool right here is what helped me fix my infraspinatus, which is my external rotation. rotator cuff muscle that does external rotation of the arm. So when you're reaching back, or if you're putting your arm up and back, like a lot of times people have done something with that and they've heard it, they can't lift their arm. That muscle and the supraspinatus, basically all the rotator cuff muscles, you can get to it with this. Otherwise, you're gonna have to lay down on something like this, or that's where these are broad range things, okay? Broad range tools, foam rollers are broad, like anterior portion of your body, posterior portion of your body. Now, if I lay all my weight on my adductors on a foam roller and I'm 220 pounds, that might be severely too much. Or you can I can use my brain and I can put this in between, and then I can work my adductors. I can stretch and feel my adductors getting loosened up just by the weight of my leg. Notice that? All right, so for a lot of people are going to be too heavy. So let me put this chair back. So that's why, yeah, if you're 300 pounds, 200 pounds, 250 pounds, and you're laying on something hard like this, and you don't know what you're doing, chances are you're going to be so tense that you're not going to allow it to actually let the muscle to relax, okay? Our goal is to get the muscle to not be in a super tense, flexed, contracted state. I don't want to walk around looking like I'm trying to do a bicep curl. I want to be relaxed. At the same time, I don't want this to be so tight that my tricep, the antagonist muscle, is trying to do work constantly to pull this arm down. I want to be nice and fluid, okay? I want to have range of motion. I want to be mobile. I don't do any Tai Chi or martial arts, but you know, I've done several exercises from those movement systems. But anyway, rad roller, check. Arm aid, check. And then back to this thing. Oh, this is by Bodyback. This is by the same company right here. This is bodyback.com. I don't get anything from recommending this company. I just used to sell them. I think they're great. And I do that. I get a kickback. But I do think that these are absolutely one of the most important tools that YouTube or Instagram should have. If you're swinging a kettlebell, snatching, jerk, whatever with a kettlebell, or just gripping stuff. With jiu-jitsu, like, gi or whatever. If you're grabbing anything, you really need to use it. Anyway, so yeah, some of these tools, I do get a kickback, but I don't recommend anything that I don't think works 100% for you. Okay, so I got a jet. Great night tonight, had fun. I need to take a rest and whatever. So Instagram, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. And YouTube, I will see you later. So Right's a great product. Yeah. So no, everybody thinks that they use it for the shoulder, or I'm sorry, for the psoas, right? But yeah, I use it for my shoulder too. I use it for my pecs more and my glutes more than anything else. Anyway, Tom Cruise Spirit Molecule. Good call. Yeah. All right, everyone, have a great day. If I didn't get any questions or I didn't hit all these answers, whatever, you know what I mean. Answer the questions. Big fan of my work. Thank you. You guys have a great